Hey guys, this is Golden IDS, and this is...
Hi!
What?
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 I said hi.
And the...
Teal and Ultima, I
Yeah.
guess. I'll have to do your job for you, Teal. Jeez.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
Planet
the music
Wisp.
is great.
Planet Whisperu?
Planet Whisperu. Oh. I don't know why. There's always that, like, if you watch anime, there's always that guy who's like, oh, and then always, like, there's always a guy who sounds just like that. Like, it's, and then there's someone who goes, oh, kawaii no desu.
I've got the funniest story regarding Kingdom Hearts 3D.
Go
So
on.
someone commented on the fight against the Black Coat Nightmare, and they
Anti-black coat, which he clearly was black. I don't see how he could be anti-black, but be black. Never mind.
yeah, that thing. So I can't remember what it was. Yeah, it was they linked a time in the video because something happened. It was it was when the eyes flash red on it, like, you know, it's just like nothing and the eyes flash red, and they basically put that and put oh my god, and because all videos have ads now, one for a cleaning product came on, and just as the eyes flashed red, the woman in it literally said, and the colour starts to appear. I was like, the fuck? It's the creepiest thing.
That's pretty cool.
It was really funny. I was like, what the hell? I need to find this out and sync that up. That's so good. Because I can't remember exactly what she said. She said something really ominously creepy. It was perfect. It was so funny.
Hey, it's a spin dash wisp.
Yeah, exactly. And what do we think of Planet Wisp?
So
I
pretty.
like the look of it. I prefer it in Generations though. You see more of what it looks like.
Yeah, like I said, I think this game would have been great for Wii U, which, by the way, won't have any GameCube compatibility, which is sort of sad.
It does have, like, it will. The GameCube games will be downloadable.
Yeah, it will.
But like, there's no. You can't use a GameCube controller. To which I was like, well, how am I supposed to play a GameCube game then? There's no other.
How am I supposed to play Smash Bros or something?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, I'm Brawl.
Do you think Sonic will be in the next Smash Bros? Because I definitely think it will, but now Namco is controlling, like, working on the game now.
I'm hoping with Namco Bandai's wonderfulness that they'll put in a Xenosaga character. They won't ever, because that would be like...
Namco's involvement, I believe, is only for core gameplay, like the actions, like character attacking and whatnot.
What fighters does Namco actually make?
Pac-Man.
Tekken.
Oh,
Tekken.
Oh yeah, they make Tekken and Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur good. Tekken is the slowest thing I've ever played in my life. My grandmother could move faster.
Tekken Tag Team. Tekken Tag Team.
Oh, okay.
Tekken Tag Team is one of the greatest fighters you'll ever play.
Right.
It is so fun.
Well,
I think the creator of Tekken said he didn't think there'd be one in Smash Bros. Although he said there might be like a Tales of Vesperia character if fans want it. I definitely think Pac-Man's gonna be in there. I mean, come on.
yeah, it makes sense. I don't know. I think the great thing about Smash Brothers is now, like a lot of like Nintendo franchises we were talking about before, is that Nintendo now have a competitor, and this is hopefully going to drive a lot of innovation and a lot more kind of wanting to be different and new.
Notice that it sounded like that it was just going to be the next Smash was being made, and then All Stars is announced, and now they're like, okay, we got to bring in Namco. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's forcing them to be more creative.
Which
I think.
Go on.
No, you go first.
Which I'm really looking forward to, because I think Nintendo, with their kind of the fact that they've only really got one person, they're basically themselves, has made them really complacent. And like, Brawl was not the game I expected it to be and waited for. It was good, but like it doesn't have any lasting appeal, whereas Melee still does.
Yeah.
I disagree. I don't like Melee. I don't like how it feels.
Because you didn't. I totally.
Yeah, I
agree
didn't
with
grow up with it.
You didn't grow up with it, and there's something. The controls are floatier, and then they're more precise in some ways, but floatier in others.
It's more precise. Like with the, well, I mean, you have wave dashing and stuff like that, but I feel like you have more control like over your character than in Brawl. Even though and Brawl is way slower. That's another thing too. Brawl is just so slow.
I don't think it is, but
no, Brawl is slow when you play the other one, and you know, Brawl was a good game, and the single player, you know, stuff was cool.
See, that's the thing I'm worried about with the PlayStation All Stars. I think without some form of story, like it's gonna be just like, because did Melee actually have a story? It's gonna be like the original Smash Bros.
It had an adventure
mode was amazing in Melee, and I don't,
was.
and I think the problem with Brawl is that they tried to do a story and they miserably failed. Well, not miserably, but they
I don't
just
think
didn't-
they did. I think
just
the
did not
story
do it
itself wasn't that. I think the story was quite good. I quite liked it.
It was nice to see all the characters together, but the story itself was.
It tied it. I think it was nicely put together. Like it linked them all together in a nice
And
way.
then you had Taboo, the
Yeah.
hardest boss ever. The one that required you to have like literally 20 different fingers and different positions of the controller to even be in a chance of beating him.
Yeah.
And also, I felt like they really poorly handled the guest characters like Snake and Sonic. Like they just blatantly put on the back, "Hey, look who's here!" But imagine how surprising it would have been, like in the very last area. Oh my gosh, like Sonic is here and he's gonna help out.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
there
what
was
they
this-
did. That is exactly what they did.
No, I mean,
But no, but they announced Sonic way before the game was
Oh
announced.
right, I see. Oh,
And
right,
then yeah,
I
so
see what you mean. Right, because I was gonna say that's exactly what it is. Sonic appears in the final fight to help you. But I see what you mean. If they didn't
at that
announce
point it wasn't a surprise. Like you knew he
Right,
was
yeah,
in the game.
Well, it was for me. I didn't know anything about it.
the thing I think I don't know. I feel like Sonic, like Snake's a really good character. Sonic, not so much. Like Snake apparently really good for people to use. Like I know people who like Uber him and stuff. But
Yeah, it can be good.
I don't know. I just like I like Peach more in Brawl because I don't know. She feels sometimes I don't know. But I think Link got really nerfed. Paul, I know this is like old
Yeah.
topics, but it's like no one.
Did you know Meta Knight was banned competitively for a few months, and then there was so much outcry about it that they allowed him in tournaments again?
But he's cheap.
Really?
You press one button
Yeah.
and he spams like 8 different moves.
Well,
As
I mean, like it or not, they said that people will have to deal with him either way. They did ban him, but then they just brought him back.
Yeah. Well, I
There's,
think it's,
And the problem is with Brawl is that you can tell Melee, like, okay, wave dashing was a complete accident, but it's what made the game competitive. With Brawl, they added tripping, so the game will never be competitive as Melee was, because they added something intentional to keep it from being competitive.
yeah. No, I agree with you. Tripping was an awful. Like it was a mess. Like why? Just worst
I have
decision.
no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
You know when you're running around and you just happen to fall down in Brawl for no
Oh,
reason?
right.
That's
Yeah.
You're like, WTF is this? I'm playing a game. I don't want to do what I do in real life.
There's it's interesting because like they're saying that Paper Mario might be in the game as a separate character because like you can sort of see the point because Paper Mario and Mario could be classed as a different character altogether
Well,
just because
We had Dr.
They're-
Mario
they're-
as a separate
Unless we
character.
get into Melee Syndrome where we have like 15 clones of the same character.
yeah, but like people were saying no, that shouldn't be a thing because why would they have two of the same thing? Although they clearly are two different worlds. But
I will say I'm
no
excited
different
for
than saying
stuff.
that yeah, but there's no difference between saying oh here's Link and here's Toon Link. They are exactly the same thing, just a different design.
No, Toon
Where
Link
Paper-
is Toon Link. While the moveset's similar,
He's way better than
Toon Link is
what
really
I
OP.
mean-
No, I know what you
that's
mean.
not what I mean.
I know.
No,
what
I mean they're the same game.
yeah, I
They're
know.
not two different worlds. Where Paper Mario could be classed easily as a different
I know.
world.
Toon Link and Link are two different worlds. Well, two different
No,
times.
they're not.
They're the
No, they're
same
different times, but
character.
it's the same. game.
They're different versions of the same character, but like
Yeah.
they have the same items and everything like that. You know.
Yeah, Paper Mario is completely different. You don't see Mario be squished from game to game.
Well, yeah, there are cool things they could do, but I still think that yeah, we're getting into like melee. Where were the what were the clones?
Also, I can't imagine Smash Bros on a 3DS. It just doesn't seem like that's the best. Like I can't imagine controlling the character of a 3DS in Smash
There
Bros.
was
Well, apparently the Wii U and the 3DS version are different.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's all because of this whole crossplay thing, which now has been announced by Sony. One of the things I think
Right.
was sort of well, never mind. Let's move on. I forgot what I was saying.
Crossplay with
Yeah, like
Sony.
the crossplay with Sony is pretty much an answer to Nintendo's asynchronous gameplay, which they keep going on about. I'm like, yeah, okay, kind of cool, but at the same time, give me games.
Right.
I don't know. It feels like they're like in their conferences, they're all about the idea of the gameplay, and I was like, I honestly don't care about the whole idea of asynchronous gameplay. I know you've done it before with the GBA. I want you to announce games. I want you to announce a new Zelda. And I just thought at the end of Nintendo Land, there was going to be something.
Nintendo Land.
There was
Oh, dude. What's
The thing
about
is-
20 minutes to mini games, guys? We got this.
No. Do you know why though?
Yeah, they needed to show off. Like, I know why they did it, but I just think even
Do
so,
you?
20 minutes of Nintendo Land was awful. Like, there's no need to show there was no need to show how to play in depth a mini game. Like, that's what we own the game for.
Actually, the reason was there was supposedly going to be a new 3D Donkey Kong game announced, but the people who were behind it cancelled it. Cancelled the conference because they weren't ready. That's why they had to stall.
Yeah, but they could
They
have
had
like
to stall with Nintendo Land.
they could have stopped with something else.
Well, they could have, but they had 2 seconds to think of something. Next up is Nintendo Land. Okay then, let's do that for 20
what
minutes.
happened was, well, I mean, I'm surprised that they, at E3, they didn't do it at any of the conferences, but they announced a new Fire Emblem for the 3DS, and a lot of people were really excited about that. I'm like, well, why did they announce it just quietly off to the side, when they actually had screenshots of it available?
Yeah, Fire Emblem isn't a pop. I think it's very not cult. It's very, it's not as popular as what they were showing.
Oh,
Like,
I hate it.
yeah.
I hate it completely. Shadow Dragons for the DS, like, I got that game, like, this looks pretty cool, and then it was like the hardest game I've ever played, and it was just really frustrating, because when your characters die, they die, your weapons constantly break, so you have to go to stores and get them repaired.
It's like goddamn
It's like-
Minecraft or like Dead Island.
Yeah, it's like an
hate
uber-realistic
Dead
thing. Yeah.
Not like Dead
You have to
Island.
play Dead Island with people. That's what I'll say. You have to play it with
Yeah.
people. You have
But
to play
it's
it
like-
on
I played it
it's like-
alone,
it's
and
like
it's
Left
the
4
most
Dead.
boring thing.
You cannot play Left 4 Dead alone, I'm sorry.
I
Like, it's
do.
just not the same.
Like, the thing with Left 4 Dead is I can download maps, so I play it on my own. But I will totally agree with you that it's fun to play with people. I think this is the great thing about having the PC version is the mods. Well, that
Right.
went well.
Nice then.
Yeah, because like so many new maps get released by like people, and they're often better quality than Valve did
That
themselves.
Crash Bandicoot one you showed me, oh my god.
Yeah, there's Crash Bandicoot. It's just really good, and I think the problem with the thing with Dead Island is with Dead Island it's like 3 zombies. Oh shit, guys, this is trouble. I hate this platform, by the way. The jumping is and the homing attack just make this the worst idea possible. Like really
Whoa,
bad
that
game design.
platform's carrying a life.
Yeah, what was I saying before that? I can't remember what I was saying.
The problem with Dead Island was like there's like 3 zombies and like that's it.
Yeah, you're like, whoa shit, I'm gonna have to back off. It was like 3 zombies was a serious thing, and Left 4 Dead, you had like an entire legion of like 40 zombies, and you went in with an axe, you're like, I got this, guys. And that was kind of the thing. That was the problem with it. Dead Island, often, I just kept getting
Dead
killed.
Island is the most boring thing I've ever played.
Play
I
it
played
with
for like
people.
3 hours.
Play it
and
with people.
I
Like, I don't understand how...
I just wanted to get killed on purpose because I was so bored. That's what I went to. I was just like, oh, this is why. Why am I playing this?
As I said, play it with people and it's different.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good job, David.
But I thought it was gonna work, but it didn't work.
Sup.
that whole area with the rotating platforms and like the miner egg that just reminded me of something from Mega Man. I don't know why. Like with the
Yeah.
platforms
No, I
and
know what
eggs
you
on
mean.
them.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Don't get me started on Mega Man.
does-
Such a
what do-
bad game.
Mega Man's not bad. It's just Capcom seems to hate him now because they take him out of everything. Like
Don't
Legends
be
3,
stupid. Don't be
canceled.
Capcom.
Yeah,
No,
Capcom is just
it's not that I
horrible
just
now.
don't find a game fun where I need to be able to play it multiple times to remember how to complete it. Like the whole point about Capcom, a lot of those games, a lot of the early like NES games there was that the idea of memory. Like pretty much, if you haven't played Mega Man before, you're gonna die a lot. And then if you're a newcomer, it's really difficult, really
Well,
challenging.
that was the way because back in that day when games were really expensive, like and people didn't really know, games were sort of had fake difficulty to make them playable longer.
Yeah.
So kids will think they're getting a deal. Like if you bought a game back then, it was really easy and you beat it in like a day. Well, then you're not getting another game for like a few months, so you really don't want to keep replaying it.
Yeah, but the thing is with those games is you're going to have to keep replaying it to get to the final part. Like it is all memory. Like that's the whole idea, and it's kind of like I know why, and I just think that it's aged as a gameplay mechanic. It's aged poorly.
There's a line here I think is really great if I can remember.
Oh yeah, there is.
I don't remember at all.
It's a great line.
Oh, this is it. I think it's just after this. Just after
Yes.
this bit.
Is universal domination and the conquest of alien races.
It's more than a thing. It's a
Oh yeah,
cloud.
something.
He's using them like some kind of living intergalactic gas.
That's pretty low, even for a sleazeball like Eggman.
Oh, I guess it isn't this part. Oh no, this is it. I think.
Yeah, it's just the way it's like, Eggman.
This is it.
You getting any of that?
Yeah, they're totally
Tails has got a modded PS Vita.
Sounds like they're in shock.
I wish it was a Game Boy Advance.
Oh no, wait, scratch that. They're in shock because of their planet's strange transformation
The music is really good.
across the universe.
For like cutscene jingles.
Hmm.
Whole planet.
It's not as bad as that diabolical piece of music in Xenosaga 2.
Well, I guess it wasn't ice cream shooting out of those generators.
If it was, I would get one for back home.
Dude, I'd get 2. Now, if everyone will excuse me.
This is how I like to remember Sonic. I like like it sounded like he's dead. You know, I like to remember Sonic as just an arse, but a beautiful one at that.
Okay, it has to be the next area where that really great line is coming up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you'll
I
see it
can't
when
remember
we
it.
get there.
Yeah. I was going to say something about a game and I can't remember what it was anymore. I'm sad now.
You were going to say about how Mega Man is a really awfully designed game.
It is a great game. What are you talking about? It's just Capcom are stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be Capcom.
Yes, Capcom has lost so much respect from me now. It's just, I mean, I don't even know if I want to get Resident Evil 6 after that.
If I was to have a T-shirt, it would have that phrase on it.
You mean Resident Evil 6 of the small child blowing the giraffe? I can't
I
see
mean,
that.
Resident Evil 6. Why the fuck have they decided to have $1,200 worth collector's edition? Why? For a fucking leather jacket? That's
Right.
not worth it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's only for people who want to buy it. Like, you don't have to
I
buy
know
it.
that, but it's ridiculous.
Why? Like, why does it annoy
Because
you?
no one will buy it. It's the stupidest thing.
Thing is,
It's
rich
not
people-
worth
they're well.
$1,200.
Rich
It's
people
worth
buy
like
it.
300.
Ah,
It's worth 300.
it's a collector's
stupid.
item. You know how much people pay for collector's items?
Yeah, really.
Like, collector's items of games go for quite a lot as well. You know, especially if they're old. Like the
Have you seen how much, if you find Earthbound in the original box,
Wait,
I've
that
seen it
was
go
it?
for hundreds of dollars.
That level was so short.
Yeah, that's the thing. They kind of mix it up with short and long levels, and it kind of keeps it fresh. I say kind of. It doesn't all.
Kind of. Oh,
only
I remember
reason-
this, yeah, because the next level's an extended version of this. It
Really?
is, because you go through that section, I remember now.
Really? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, definitely remember that.
Oh,
Level
it's-
design. Copy and paste it and
Oh,
change the colors of the
remember.
background. The kids won't notice.
exactly.
I remember what we're going to talk about. What are your thoughts on Rayman Legends?
Same as Rayman Origins. I want that in my pants.
Yeah,
Ow.
because loads of people were saying, oh, why are they bringing out one every year? What do you mean, why are they bringing out one every year? Rayman Origins was fucking godlike.
And
It was
Rayman,
not enough.
have you forget that Rayman has pretty much been gone for the last few years in favor of the
Yeah.
Rabbids.
Yeah, exactly. Bringing it back is a godsend. Also, the fact that the Wii U has Skylanders capabilities, like you can put
Yeah,
like,
NFCs.
you can put a rabbit toy on the Wii U controller, and you can get a rabbit level. I want that now. Why is that a bad thing? Also, a launch
a
title
rabbit.
for the Wii U. People will want this. It will make people want the Wii U. It's a brilliant move by Nintendo.
Well, by Ubisoft. Really. I think Ubisoft going back. Nice. Ubisoft going behind Nintendo with the Wii U is
Yeah.
very, very unusual, and I think it's Nintendo showing a sign they're finally matured.
Yeah,
About
I
the
think.
third- Party
Even
development.
Assassin's Creed Free on the Wii U was a major shock to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they've got Batman
Great.
Armored Edition as opposed to Batman Lightly Clothed Edition, like the other one is.
Yeah.
I can't get over that. It's like Batman Armored Edition, so I have to call the one. I have to call like Batman Arkham City now Batman Arkham City Lightly Clothed Edition or something like that, or Batman Arkham City Naked Edition or something like that. It's just getting this wisp is killing me.
You've only got 2 lives left.
I know. Oh wait,
Oh.
have I edited this game over out?
I guess not.
I'm gonna say no.
I thought I did. No, I'm pretty sure I did actually.
Okay, I need to ask you about this. I showed you the trailer after the new Ratchet and Clank.
Hmm.
Thoughts? Go.
Thoughts? It looks good. It looks good. Nothing wrong with it.
Thank
Of
you.
course, they have to change the names because of reasons,
Yeah.
I guess.
Apart from okay. Apart from that, because all the comments literally from Machinima and IGN, because they posted it like a day or so ago instead of today with the one I showed you. it's ridiculous. Everyone's saying it's terrible and everyone's hating on it.
Right.
And I can't possibly see why, because
I can.
hear me out here. Hear me out here. They're saying that they've lost their way. They're blah blah blah. When I couldn't disagree more. Okay, you play as Quark. It's no different from All for One, which I didn't mind. It was fine. But you play as Ratchet like normal, like the old PS2 versions and like the future series. You've got the tower defense thing, which it's not the full game. It's like the Galactic Rangers thing from Ratchet and Clank 3. It doesn't bother me at all. It's an add-on mini game you probably don't really have to do except once or twice.
Yeah.
And then there's the Giant Clank thing, which is like a 50 times better version of Giant Clank from the original, because that's the thing I hated about the original Giant Clank. You were way too slow. Now
Right.
he's like a transformer, which is cool. I don't see why everyone is fucking hating this
Right,
game.
I'll tell you why, and I know why people hating it, and like my main issue is that it's pretty much. I don't like having to do any form of annoying mini games. I really don't want to have to do any tower defense stuff, because I like, if I was to do that, I'd like, buy a copied game from Zynga about oh, sick burn, like about that, and it's basically I just want a successor to Crack in Time, because Crack in Time was the closest we've had to old school Ratchet and Clank, and
That's the thing. Loads of people hated that, saying it was the furthest off it, and that's ridiculous.
yeah. I think we're getting very close to, like, the problem now is everyone kind of wants what they had at their childhood, and I think everyone has very different ideas of what they enjoy.
No one understands what
That's
their
what I
childhood
feel
is.
like. I've noticed this recently, but like as time goes on, when people hear of a new game in a series and they see the trailer, it's instantly, oh, it's gonna suck. Like there's no hope for it anymore. Like I don't know when that started happening, when people just instantly see trailers for something and they're like, oh, it's gonna suck. You know?
I mean, okay, I think
what
to be
happened was
fair,
that back then.
Ultima,
what-
I think
yeah.
we are to blame, because think about it, okay, and hear me out, because I've got a good point here. Skylanders, we hated it, and we did this with every trailer. I can remember now, we did it with every trailer. Then I played Skylanders, and we changed our theories on trailers completely because of that game. And I think Skylanders is revolutionary in that respect, because it looks shit, but it's one of the greatest games ever made.
But
So
I'm
it's
saying,
one
like,
of its-
at least in our regard, we gave it an earnest try and we liked it. But a lot of people
Yeah.
will just say the trailer, they hate it, and they don't even bother
Yeah.
to look into it anymore.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
when it gets good reviews, then they get, like, angry about it. And I think what happened is that
Yeah.
when like back again, like when you had series like I'll just say Spiral, like the games didn't come out on a yearly like basis, you know what I mean? So I think people are a little jaded, because they constantly make new ones and they're just
What,
getting
Spiral?
like, well, I mean, yeah, like
Spyro,
2
Spyro was every year.
it was between every year, like there was one
Yeah,
after
it was
the
every
other.
year. Yeah, same with Crash, every year. Ratchet and Clank, Spyro, Crash, one every year. It's always done that.
I do not
Which
remember
is-
this. It was
Yeah.
it was
It was
definitely
one every year. Because I distinctly remember I got one each year for my birthday. That's how it came, because it came out just before my birthday every year. That's how I remember it. Because it was Christmas.
to
My birthday
Wikipedia.
was just off. Trust me, it was one every year. It was rare, but it was a 2-year gap.
I know.
Yeah, you're right, 1998, 99, 2000.
Yeah, I told you.
And then
It's every year. It's
and then
no
I-
different. Same with Ratchet and Clank.
Seems like these guys.
Because I remember, it's the developer commentaries, the useless podcasts who do the Ratchet and Clank commentaries. Because they said they had 8 months to make it.
I know
They have 8 months to make a Ratchet and Clank game.
harder and harder to beat.
Yeah. I think the problem is that everyone, at the moment, is everyone wants everything now. And because of that, when they see a trailer, they either really want it and go nuts about it, or they're like, meh. So, and it's one of the extremes. Like, everyone, especially on the internet, has to have one extreme. Like, it's kind of either meh, really awful, or really good.
I am going to save this
Hmm.
planet.
And I think it's just because of the stage we've got to now. You see this in a lot of different places.
That's the line.
What? Oh yeah.
No
Oh my
copyright.
god, yeah! I remember
Sonic
that.
versus SOPA.
Yeah, I remember that now.
I'll cut my voice out there so we can actually hear it, because what I was saying was bullshit anyway.
Try to be
It's Sonic versus SOPA.
Yeah, I love the how SOPA works, because I don't think Sega are too bad with copyright laws, from what I seem to recall. Sega was Sega part of the group who supported SOPA, along with Nintendo was part of that as well. And so it was,
No, here's the thing. It was really funny. There's like a individual like collaboration of like this is the group of like individual companies that are like together. So it'd be like a group of companies, video game companies that supported it. But when asked separately, like EA was all like in the group was for it, but when asked individually, they said they hated it. So yeah. I mean, I think they just did that to save face, to be honest, but...
See, I don't see why any video game company would be with SOPA when we essentially advertise their games.
It's yes, like...
I don't see that.
You've got to remember that people... Oh, this is boss done. Like, it's so easy.
Yeah.
You've got to remember
ridiculous.
very quickly that it's a lot of what it about isn't about common sense, it's about laws and how people, like the MPAA, the Motion Picture America something Association, like honestly believe, like when they sue people for copyright, they honestly believe what they're doing is supported by the general public. They believe that they're doing really good work, and that's, I think, is kind of the problem with some of these groups, is they honestly believe what they're doing is, you know, to better everyone, even if it blocks up the free internet. And that's the thing with SOPA. Like these companies that behind it were so passionate that they were the right. They didn't really listen to anyone. The only people who did were, in the end, were some of the politicians. I don't know. Very unusual.
Oh, the best was if you listen to hearings, which were ridiculously hilarious, because at one point the guy who was one of the main guys behind was like, I have no idea how this internet works, but this bill is important.
Yeah.
Like, okay then, sure.
Oh no, you didn't hear the worst thing was when they were talking about the Digital Economy Act here in the UK, 4 people out of I think 90 in the House of Lords turned up to discuss it. Went through, but these 4 people didn't even know about the internet, or very didn't really care about it. I was like, 4 people. 4 people decide the fate of the internet in the country because no one cared. It just... But luckily, it's not that bad at the moment.
Okay.
Anyway, the game's done. This is the finale.
Already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible. That was the final boss.
Yeah. That's so
That really
was
hard.
The final boss?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can pick the order, can't you? That you go in, so... Couldn't something else be technically the final boss if you, like, pick another stage before it?
Yeah, it could.
Yeah, it could be, I suppose, yeah.
Well, everything's happy now.
Yeah, everything's good. We saved everyone.
Yeah.
Surprising we didn't actually fight Eggman in this game.
I
but
know, I was a bit worried about that, but it seems like you don't need to be worried about that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it just still holds out, even though you don't fight him. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, there's no, big boss fight. There's no running away from ginormous alien goo that's turned into a black hole. There's nothing. No space.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be like, Mario Galaxy. There has to be a black hole involved. This is a space link.
Yeah.
Looks like the aliens are happy to be going.
You know who? Tails' voice just reminded me of someone. Ash Ketchum from the original series of Pokemon.
Well, they're both voiced by women, so that's probably why.
Yeah. Although, poor woman.
Although, I just wish that Pokemon would just ditch Ash Ketchum. Like, really, he's just an overdone character at this point.
I disagree.
Anyway, we'll see you in the finale.
Oh, this wasn't the finale? What?